1, because we'll join our colleagues for the news wherever you are. Have a very good afternoon. Bye-bye.
Hello, I'm Saul. Welcome to North West Today. Our top stories. Thousands of warrant card details have been stolen from Greater Manchester Police. Reports the government's considering scrapping HS2 from Crewe to Manchester. And Merseyside Police use metal detecting wands to crack down on knife crime. Breaking news this lunchtime, thousands of warrant card details have been stolen from Greater Manchester Police in a computer hack. Let's get the details now from Davinia Ramos in our newsroom. Davi, what do we know?
So I think it's important to first of all say what warrant cards are. They're used by police as forms of ID, so they have their names and their photos on them, but it's understood that no financial details of any officers have been hacked. It's actually a very similar hack to one that affected Metropolitan Police officers last month, and it's understood that it relates to a Stockport company that makes these warrant cards. Now, G&P have released a statement this afternoon. They say they're aware of the attack and they're taking it very seriously, and they've also contacted the Information Commissioner's office. They also say that the names of many officers are publicly available, but there is concern about the possibility of undercover officers being named.
Hey, Davi, thanks very much indeed. Next this lunchtime, the government says it remains focused on delivering the HS2 rail project after fresh reports it may scrap the northern section due to rising costs. Now, it's been claimed that the Prime Minister and Chancellor have discussed dropping the Phase 2B linking Crewe to Manchester. Let's get the latest from our transport correspondent, Judy Hobson, who joins me now. So what is the latest then?
Well, it's speculation today in newspapers that the Chancellor Jeremy Hunt and the Prime Minister Rishi Sunak have been meeting to talk about money savings and in particular scrapping HS2. Now, the government hasn't confirmed anything, but it has released a statement. It said, you would expect Number 10 and the Treasury to regularly discuss large infrastructure projects. Spades are already in the ground on the HS2 programme and we remain focused on delivering that. Now, if that's a denial of the rumour, it's not particularly strong, and I think people in favour of HS2 will be worried today. Now, we know that all Northern MPs just about are in favour of it because this is about freeing up capacity on our rail services, making room for more trains, more carriages and longer carriages. Today, the Metro Mayor Andy Burnham said it's vital that we have HS2 for the local economy, and this is what he also said.
We don't know if this is a firm decision, but the signs don't look good. Whatever people think about HS2, whether they're in favour or not, I think what we can all agree on is that there has been gross mismanagement of this project by the government. But why should it be the north of England that pays the price? What we're going to end up with here is, in the southern half of the country, a modern high-speed rail network, and the northern half of the country left with crumbling Victorian infrastructure. That won't level us up, it will do the complete opposite.
So, Judy, if the project was scrapped, would it be a surprise?
Well, there's been so many twists and turns, haven't there? And in 2021, the leg from Birmingham to Leeds was scrapped, and that really set a lot of doubts in place that this would ever be built. Also, just in July, the government's own watchdog said it was an unachievable project. Now, today, the high-speed rail group said scrapping HS2 would be a disaster, and it said the government should now kill the speculation and make its intentions clear. OK,
Judy, we'll keep us posted. Thanks very much indeed. So next today, Merseyside police officers are to be given metal detector wands to find people carrying knives. 140 of them have been bought at a cost of £10,000 to be used during stop searches. It's all part of the force's policy to prevent knife crime, which says is down 13% so far this year. Well, Roger has been talking to the Chief Inspector, Colin Dyer.
These are vitally important for the public, but also for officers. The reason I came about to finding these is the tragic incident in London where Sergeant Matt Ratana unfortunately was shot. So in Merseyside, any frontline officer who comes in contact with a member of the public will have access within a relatively short time to one of these ones. We've purchased 140 that have been distributed throughout the force. Because what happened to Matt Ratana was somebody smuggled a gun into the police station, and the normal search
didn't find that. And that would prevent that.
We would find any weapons, a gun, a knife, anything that's metallic, we would find with that.
So why would just explain why a normal search wouldn't find that?
Because people are very ingenious about where they conceal items. We're restricted on the street to outer clothing when we search people. When we're utilising these, we are going to be getting more knives back. Last year we recovered 1,088 knives over a 12-month period without utilising this. We're going to get more knives off the street. People are going to be less willing to carry weapons because we are more likely to get hold of those weapons.
You can see more of Roger's chat tonight at 6:30. Now, nurses on the Isle of Man are on strike today over pay and conditions. Key services are being maintained, but many routine appointments have been cancelled during this 12-hour walkout. The Royal College of Nursing Union says there are concerns about recruiting and keeping staff as wages haven't kept up with inflation, as Ashley Tracy reports.
It is the second time that Royal College of Nursing members have decided to strike here on the Isle of Man. They're going to be on this picket line outside of Nobles Hospital for 12 hours in total today. The row over pay and conditions with Manx Care has been rumbling on for more than 2 years.
We're fighting for higher pay to get the staff over here and to attract staff to come and work at the hospital, because at the minute the staffing levels are so dire that it's unsafe.
We're here through necessity and we're here because we have to be. We would all rather be in work and supporting the patients that we have to look after.
You know, there's many a night that I go home and cry because not only am I physically exhausted, but emotionally I'm exhausted. Because when it's busy, you know, we've barely got the time to do the basics.
Key services at Nobles Hospital are being maintained, but almost 300 routine appointments have been cancelled. Concerns have been raised by the chief nurse about staffing dropping to dangerously low levels today, putting patient safety at risk during the period. But the union say that low pay has made care unsafe on the island and not strike action.
There is no wonder that we're losing staff, that we can't retain them, that we can't recruit them. We've got huge vacancy levels. Every day there aren't enough staff on the wards.
Well, Manx Care have told us they respect and support members' rights to strike, but there's no extra money in the pot because of other financial pressures on the health service. If the stalemate continues, 2 more days of strike action is in members' diaries for next month. Ashley Tracy, BBC North West Today, the Isle of Man.
Now, this year's official BBC Children in Need T-shirt's been revealed by the best-selling children's author Liz Pichon. The writer of the famous Tom Gates books used her signature doodle style for the shirts, which have been launched with the help of local children in Salford. The money raised from the sales will support children and young people facing food insecurity as part of Children in Need and Asda's Fueling Potential campaign.
Last year, all the design was on the outside, and I've done it in a kind of Tom Gates style, which is what I'm known for. And this year, I've put all the design on the inside, and we have all these beautiful colours. And they were very kindly, they did it on a black T-shirt last year, which they've never done before. So this year, we've done it again.
Weather now from Sarah.
Good afternoon. Well, we do have a weather front sitting across the central belt of the country. It's slowly moving around, though, so at times it will start to work its way in across parts of Merseyside and into Greater Manchester once again today. Variable amounts of cloud around. I think the best of the brightness the further north you travel towards Lancashire. And through this evening and overnight, it will turn wetter as that band of rain works its way gradually northwards. Some heavy bursts of rain on this weather front for a time tonight. Clearer skies starting to develop towards the south. The minimum temperature 12 Celsius, and then through tomorrow it sort of pivots round, so I think still quite a wet day on and off for the Isle of Man, but becoming drier. I think the further east you travel, a few brighter intervals, but still a fair bit of cloud remaining. And the other thing that we're likely to notice is that the temperatures are just climbing slightly again, so feeling a bit warmer tomorrow with highs of 21 Celsius.
Thanks for watching. Roger's back with North West tonight at 6:30 here on BBC One. Have a good afternoon. Bye-bye.